Hello everyone, welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I'm Danielle Stimpson of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and it is wonderful to have you here with me this evening. If you're new here, go ahead and click that live chat button. Feel free to make any requests for your personal healing. If you are watching this as a video replay, you're going to have just as fun and healing a time as if you were here live. If you would like to skip ahead to the session, you can go ahead and go to about the 1 hour mark or where you see the lights begin to shift. And for those of you who are returning, thank you for your ongoing support. It's lovely to see you again. If you want to know more about me, my live online Reiki certification courses, my crystal collection, or if you want to schedule a one-on-one healing or tarot reading, go ahead over to my website, learnreikiphiladelphia.com, which is linked in the description. So let's go ahead over, let's start things off. We're going to build a beautiful crystal grid exactly to all of your requests. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a peek at the grid in progress. Awesome. Welcome in. Welcome back for some of you. Some of you were here for the earlier stream. Let's see what we have. Ooh, Cora Carr, Geronimo, Jennifer, Grace, Violet Integration. It's so good to see you all. Awesome. So let's get these requests in. Okay, cool. Ooh, some good requests already. Well, let's start with first ones, and I'll get to everyone's request tonight. So, intention of harmony in relationships and attracting in the clients that you're meant to help. Absolutely. So let's do harmony in relationships. We'll start with some carnelian, and we'll do some Herkimer as well for that, and clients you're meant to work with. We'll get some cinnabar and some honey calcite. Okay, so for the clients you're meant to work with, honey calcite helps us to attract good friends, colleagues, love interests, and everyone else in our lives, including our clients, that are most spiritually aligned with us. This is a stone that works with the solar plexus as well as the sacral chakra. So it harmonizes who we are right now at our point in healing and evolution. And it helps to attract folks that kind of resonate with that. So that is beautiful stone there. Okay, so we'll put those around the outside. And cinnabar is actually mercury ore. This is what it looks like close up. Just those red pieces are cinnabar. And this is the piece we'll use. Generally, this is how it's sold now because mercury is very toxic. So this has got a lot less toxins in it. Only these red speckles are really cinnabar. Cinnabar has been used for lots of different things for hundreds, thousands of years. In this particular case, it's been used for a long time and seen as the merchant stone. It's thought to attract customers to a business. So we'll go ahead and put that here. Gonna stand up. There we go. And for relationships, this will help with all kinds of relationships. But for the relationships you already have, that's not like people attracting in new, carnelian is really the relationship stone. It works most with the sacral chakra, which is the relationship chakra. This helps us to have harmony as we get along with coworkers, colleagues, and everyone else, including those closest to us. It also helps with sexual function and dysfunction, as well as sexuality and fertility, including even for fertility treatments, it's thought to be helpful. It's also thought helpful for things like wounds, colds, allergies. With the wildfires, I think we're all having a little bit of allergies, and also with attracting our kind of like our soulmate, if you want to say, like a spiritually significant relationship. So that's carnelian. Awesome. try to get everybody all evened out here. Awesome. And Herkimer diamond is a stone that does a lot of different things. One of the things it does really well is harmonize discordant energies. That can help with relationships sometimes, especially the ones that we're closest to. This also helps to connect us to spirit. It aids in intuition and manifesting, as well as being in the present moment. It's also great for metabolism, and it's one of the ultimate like manifesting stones. It helps us to see in the present moment is the most beautiful place to be when we're manifesting for the future. So we're not just constantly reaching for the next thing. We're taking that moment, reflecting before we look outward. But yeah, definitely great at harmonizing energies. So that can be great for people. So let's go ahead and bring that in. I'm glad you're here. I hope you're doing well. And it's good to see you. All the best to you. Chris, it's good to see you too. Kath, welcome in. Oh, Grace, I forgot to email you. I am going to do all the orders on Monday. I was going to do them this week, but with the smoke, I kind of couldn't really leave. I'm sorry. But yes, they will go out Monday. They're packed up and ready to go. Yeah, I will get to everyone's request. So let's see which was next. Apologies for the siren in the background. There we go. Okay, so... Oh, thank you for the kind words, Geronimo. And let's see. Healing intention is for Grace's ankle and heel. Let's do... We did lapis earlier. Let's also do howlite. Howlite is great for joints and bones. It's good for like the integrity of the bones. It's thought to help with things like osteoporosis and osteopenia, which is something I struggle with, like bone density. It's also thought to be helpful for fractures, but when it comes to joints, being like really complex structures and there's more than just bone there, this is thought to be excellent for bone issues or joint issues, whether it's pain, malfunction, or even dislocation. This is thought to be helpful. On an emotional level, this is great for anger and resentment, especially when it's like really fiery. And it's when we have anger and resentment, it can be really hard not to just be explosive and have these feelings just kind of pop out. This is a stone that kind of puts a little bit of a damper on that, so we can start to think about what we need to do or shift to kind of move through this situation. So that is howlite. Lapis helps with pain and inflammation. In addition to pain and inflammation, it can also help with embodying integrity and having personal responsibility. It's wonderful for moving up in your career, and it's great for just honest, open communication as well. So there we go. It's also thought to help the inner ear, specifically with balance, as well as hearing loss. Okay, so lots of love to you. I hope your ankle heals up. Jennifer Vatsa. Oh, and Korakari, just love the reminders. Yes, thank you for the reminder of all the YouTuber stuff that I forget. Like, subscribe, comment, all the things. Or as we say in Philly, all the Johns. Thank you so much. Geronimo, aura and energetic boost, unconditional love for everyone. Oh, I love that. And Jennifer Vatsa, love, reconnection, dealing with sensory issues. Good financial mojo for moving. I love it. So let's do sensory issues for sure. My favorite one for that is Snowflake Obsidian. Absolutely. It's so great for overstimulation. Sometimes I just kind of vibe with it when it's just like West Philly is being extra West Philly, and I know you know because you're my neighbor. So absolutely. Snowflake obsidian can also help us with things like guilt, and reorganizing and understanding the patterns that we have that are holding us back, so we can find a way through them, find a better way to cope that isn't kind of tripping ourselves up on moving forward. It also works with body, mind, and spirit balance, as well as serenity and peace. It's a beautiful stone for after someone's experienced any kind of loss. It's deeply soothing, and it also supports intuition as clairaudience, which is what we hear, or spiritual hearing. Okay, and I think you requested some stones specifically too. Yes, you did. Kunzite, Apache tear. Oh, that'll help too with overstimulation. Aqua aura quartz and Lemurian quartz. Beautiful. Okay. So this is kunzite. I often shorthand call this like rose quartz on steroids. It is super high energy. It works with the heart chakra in a very, very bright, light, unconditional love kind of way. It's deeply connected with the angel realm. I always feel very connected like to the Kuan Yin when I hold it. And also it's even when we feel like we just can't even with our heart center, this helps to boost us up to a spiritual plane and out of our sort of beliefs and patterns and struggles, and helps to shift our experience to something higher. So this is kunzite. There we go. Aqua aura is actually clear quartz that's been processed with gold, and that gives it this blue hue. I know, isn't it wild? But yeah, this is not a naturally occurring stone. No one went into the earth and pulled this out as is. It is clear quartz that's been processed. This particular process is thought to help it support folks that are dealing with depression. I deal with depression. I find it really helpful. But of course, in addition to all the other things I do, I take antidepressants, I do the Reiki, the meditation, all the things, and some stones. And that's how I feel about all crystals. It's like, why not do everything that works? And this is definitely a stone that you won't find as much research on because it is a much newer process. And a lot of folks are not super interested in altered stones, which I absolutely get. I felt that way at first, but it's really kind of won me over. So that is Aqua Aura. Black obsidian, specifically Apache tear. This can be really helpful with grief and trauma, and also with just grounding. This is really good for overstimulation too. It's another type of, being that it's an obsidian, it is volcanic glass, just like snowflake obsidian, just looks different. This is great for processing, like I said, really deep stuck trauma, whether it's this life, past lives, or both. It's also great for like physical shock, immediate trauma. So whether it's really acute or very old and stuck, this can help us to process and move through it. It's an excellent grief stone too. Very, very grounding, very, very earthy. Let's go ahead and put this here. Kind of helps you to, when you feel like a raw nerve, that's one of the really great stones you can spend some time with and just start to come back to your body and ground a little bit. Lemurian quartz, a beautiful gift from Cora Carr and Vincent. Thank you. This is specifically blue mist Lemurian quartz, and this helps with healing past trauma, whether it's like childhood or earlier this life or past lives or both. This can help you work with both. It's great at learning about ourselves while we heal as well. So that helps us to grow maturity and depth and the ability to support others as well. It helps also with just the spiritual side of the self-healing journey too. So I know folks that have done the self-healing journey, but they feel like they weren't connected to a spirituality within that. This can help support that. So we'll bring in Lemurian quartz. Let's see. I feel like they want to point in today. And thank you for being here. I hope that helps. Okay. Hello, Jane. Jenny. Awesome. Okay. And now we'll get to good financial mojo for moving. This guy helps, but let's do all the money stones because I know we kind of need those. Let's start with some citrine. Wonderful financial stone. This also helps us to make good decisions with the money we have, and it aids with balancing logic with intuition. I use it a lot for that. I find it really helpful. As much as I do all spiritual things, like this is literally my job, and I'm very earthy. I'm Taurus moon and Capricorn sun. I find that sometimes I forget to use my intuition a little bit more in business when I'm doing that stuff. I just get into my head. This is one that really helps use them both in balance. So I love it for that too, but it's definitely a superb and powerful money manifester. Also, whatever you're manifesting as far as like basic needs. So like house, car, apartment, whatever it is. In Western feng shui, because our environment isn't even situated in such a way, like our construction isn't even situated in a way that really works with traditional feng shui. But in Western feng shui, the financial abundance corner, if you walk into a room, you have your back to the doorway and you look to the back of the room and then to the left corner. That's your financial abundance corner. And that's a great place to put any money manifestation stuff, whether it's crystals, vision board, whatever you're working with, that can be a great place for it. Red tiger eye is very protective, but it also helps to manifest money with a hurry. When it comes to protection, this is a protective stone on the mundane level and the spiritual level. So whether someone is doing like malevolent spiritual work or they're bullying, aggressive, things like whether it's gaslighting or triangulation or just run-of-the-mill bullying, whatever it might be, this can be a wonderful stone to carry with you. So we'll go ahead and bring it in. But yeah, highly protective. And pyrite, fool's gold. Fool's gold does indeed bring the real gold. It also aids with fever, brain, and memory, as well as the lungs. And I think we can all use the lung support, those of us in the Northeast, because these wildfires have been intense. So yeah, this is pyrite. But yeah, absolutely helps attract abundance. It's also superb for protection while also supporting intuition. It can be a bit of a seeming mixed message to say something like, I want to hear, I want this to come through, but not that, and this helps hold that space of setting boundaries while also opening your intuition. So yeah, awesome. Thank you for being here, Jen, and all the best with you. Intention, aura, and energetic boost of unconditional love. Let's start with the blue apatite. And so here's some blue apatite. This is one we've been working with more recently. And it can be super helpful, first of all, with any relationship that we might have with food. Whether you are looking to lose weight, gain weight, or just have a healthier food relationship, this is a beautiful stone to work with. But on an emotional level, it also works with finding our soul path and having courage along it. It's also great for harmony, peace, and strengthening our auric fields. That's our energy field beyond our body. And when that's strengthened, it makes it a lot easier for empaths to not take on the energy around us. We can be compassionate and sensitive, but without having to carry that burden home. So blue apatite is great for all of those things. And I'm also going to bring in Sugilite. Really cool purple. This is a superb stone of worldwide healing and worldwide harmony and peace. Yeah, it's a beautiful stone too. I only have this tiny little cool piece, and there's definitely more affordable samples, but this one could be cut into something jewelry grade. So it's a little bit more. So I have it, and I only have that one piece, and I know that the cats would have a field day with it. So I keep it inside the plastic. We can take it out if we need to today. But I love having it. So thank you for being here, and thank you for that really wonderful request. Let's see, Cora Carr, support, mother for prosperity. We've got all the prosperity stones. Health, longevity, and financial abundance. Health and longevity. Let's do some tree agate for your mom. Tree agate is a wonderful stone of general physical well-being. In Ayurveda, the sister science to yoga, this is considered sacred. In that science, in Ayurveda, we think about the chakras, we understand a little bit about them, they're the wheels of light, but around them and then all throughout our body are nadi of different sizes. Nadi, spelled N-A-D-I in English, is actually like if you think of it, the channels or pathways through which energy flows in the body. This is thought to optimize, harmonize that, get the chi flowing in the most naturally balanced and harmonious way to support ultimate well-being on all levels. And it's thought to be supportive of everyone, regardless of what body types they might be. So I'll bring this in because I feel like that can be really helpful. And let's bring in rhodonite for a couple of reasons. I know Grace always has the request around heart healing, which this is a wonderful stone for, but it's also great for allergies, autoimmune, and asthma, which, yep, your girl is hurting over here after these wildfires. So definitely great for the lungs and asthma, autoimmune, all those things. It's also superb for healing a broken heart, often called the breakup stone. It's great for unrequited love. It's great for grieving a lost partner as well. And it's also good for working through insecurities and helping to support you there. It's also great for folks that are moving through and healing emotional abuse and trying to find some soothing within that. But in addition to all of that, it helps to balance the yin and yang in the body, which can also support mind, body, and spiritual well-being. So I want to bring those in too, because that'll help with the intention of the tree agate. So thank you for being here, and thank you for being. Okay. Kanta, Martha, good to see you both. Awesome. And if anyone's just coming in, if you're new here, feel free to just go ahead and click that live chat button. You can introduce yourself or just hang out in the background, whatever feels good. Oh, yay, we have a like for the honey calcite. Awesome. And for Kath, intentions dealing with depression and anxiety, fearfulness, coping with trauma history. Absolutely. Best stones for trauma, in my opinion, black obsidian and or Apache tear. Not all black obsidian is Apache tear, but this happens to be both. And snowflake obsidian can help somewhat too. Also, the Lemurian quartz can be really helpful for that. But there's some other ones too. Fearfulness, anxiety. I did see a request for malachite, and it also is a great stone here. Malachite works with the heart chakra, which is green. And you can see in these like swirling undulations here, this is a stone that's thought to help take painful emotions and move them through the heart center where they can be processed. Even though they're painful, it helps to move them through so that you can sort of leave things behind wherever possible. It's great for letting go of the past, but it's also great for depression, anxiety, and processing painful emotions in general. It's also great for inflammation, so this will definitely help Grace's ankle. And I often think of it also insomnia too. And this is also good for fears and phobias. So this will help with a lot of what you requested. So that's malachite. And red jasper is very empowering. It helps to fight injustice as well as bullying. And it's protective and grounding on a very intense energetic level. This is one that allows you to feel grounded, rooted, and supported, and it helps you feel like your basic needs are provided. It's one that I often use for things like depression, anxiety, where there's this sense of like a fearfulness of going outside or a fearfulness around any particular trigger or just fearfulness in general of life. So more like a general anxiety kind of thing. Very empowering and encouraging. So we'll bring in red jasper. And my favorite stone for anxiety is green calcite. This not only helps with the grounding of those really difficult anxiety emotions, it's calming, it's soothing, it's like really supportive, helps you to find a sense of ease. But in addition to that, it also helps with the tension we hold in our bodies as a result of anxiety. So we can really unwind that and feel more comfortable physically. So that's green calcite. And thank you for being here. It's good to have you, and all the best to you. Okay. And let's see, success in art, painting, illustration, traditional and digital, completion of creative tasks, cardio and endurance, and weight loss. Gotcha. So for success in art and creativity as well. Creativity, my favorite stones for that are carnelian, which is there, and sodalite. So one of the things we didn't touch on about carnelian is that in the sacral chakra, that's our center of creative energy. Sodalite focuses on the throat chakra and aids us in expressing ourselves. And not just in words, although definitely words, but also in performance, in art, in music, in all the ways in which we express ourselves. So that's sodalite. Sodalite's also great for helping with communication, like if you're writing a speech or if you have to speak publicly. It's also helpful for those things too. And it's also thought to be great for homesickness as well. So that is sodalite. I love using sodalite and carnelian together. It's such a beautiful blend. And completion of tasks. Let's do some chrysoprase. This is a stone of completing goals, of having follow through, and even of how to pick up when you've reached a point of disappointment, or if you've reached a roadblock somehow and you have to pivot and figure out a whole new way forward. This is a stone that reminds you you still have all the skills you learned along the way. It's not that you're starting all over. You're starting all over, at least with more than you started with. But when it comes to completing goals and follow through, this allows you to not get that like, okay, I'm burnt out, I can't quite see the end yet. It allows you to see that and say, okay, I've come farther. I'm farther along than I was when I started, and I can keep it up. So that's chrysoprase. So that's chrysoprase. And I'm still dealing with my whole upper respiratory system from this smoke. I'm so glad you're here, and all the best to you, Korakar. Oh, and cardio, endurance, weight loss. Weight loss, definitely blue appetite, but for endurance and cardio, let's bring in some bumblebee jasper. This definitely helps with vitality and energy and being able to just kind of keep on going. This also balances yin and yang in the body, so this will also be helpful for your mom. But this is great for just like get up and go, get to work. It's a lot of positivity and confidence, and it allows us to kind of empower what we're manifesting, to feel like we're showing up in the path that's important to us. It's great for decision making and mental focus as well, and this does contain sulfur as well as arsenic, so definitely careful with that one. We'll leave that here for now. So that's bumblebee jasper. So thank you for being here, Korakar. It's good to see you. For Susie today, intention for accepting her daughter Talia, healing from a broken heart, and moving forward with her life. Oh, awesome. I'm glad that this was helpful for her. Okay. So for acceptance and family stuff, healing a broken heart is definitely rhodonite. And also malachite. But let's bring in some rose quartz too. And let's bring in some amethyst for acceptance. Okay. So rose quartz is absolutely helpful for healing the heart, but also going a little bit of a step further. It's very consistent. It's very unflappable. So that, in a very subtle way, allows us to let go of things more easily, especially those things that are painful in our heart. It reminds us that there is something better that we can accept into that place besides the pain. So that's rose quartz. Let's see. I'm going to actually put these under the sodalite. For acceptance, we have amethyst. This is a great crystal for the concept of the serenity prayer. I accept what I cannot change, and I change what I cannot accept. But definitely acceptance. Acceptance of what is, letting go of control. This is a stone that can help with sobriety and things like that. That's why it's so linked with things like the 12 steps. Hang on one moment. Definitely still struggling with my voice a bit. Also great for any kind of self-improvement you might be doing. It helps to see like, okay, yes, I'm not proud of who I was or things I've done, but I'm on this healing path now. So forgiving ourselves as we move forward and change our behaviors too. So yeah, great for acceptance overall. So let's go ahead and bring these in. So all the love to you, and all the love to you, Susie. Thank you for enjoying the show. And for Chris, we have some good requests. We'll work yours in too. You're so welcome, Kath. So we've got a few of these. Let's do... Oh, we've got a lot of them so far. Awesome. Let's do some iolite. This will also support Cora Carr's request with weight loss, but it's also great for having a better sleep, especially if you have trouble sleeping due to intuitive stuff or feeling ungrounded. It's great for, like I said, weight loss, but also our spiritual sight. So clairvoyance and shamanic journeying, visionary meditation. So also thought to be really helpful for fever. So we'll bring that in. So iolite. And garnet. Garnet helps with organization, courage, and this has got some creativity in it, so this will definitely help Cora Carr too. It helps with courage and productivity too. This is a stone that allows us to see things with a new sense of sight, not seeing the way we've always done things, but rather seeing things with fresh eyes to find the best way to do something that's more respectful of your time. It also can help with organization, which is super helpful, and also finding a sense of balance in times of change. It's very, very root chakra focused. So that's garnet. And moonstone helps us to connect with the flow and rhythms of nature as the moon controls the tides. It helps us to accept divine timing when it is not in alignment with our personal sense of divine timing. It helps with attracting love, connection to the divine feminine, learning ancient spiritual wisdom, and intuition. I often think of this stone as very aligned with the High Priestess in the tarot. So that is moonstone. And sapphire aids with channeling, connection to the divine, and is supportive of the health of eyes and ears. If you do any kind of channeling for other people, this can also help you to find the best words to describe your experience that'll be the most meaningful for the querent. It's also helpful for speedy justice, the thyroid, and eyes and ears. So that is sapphire. It can be a very potent stone too. So word to the wise on that. Sapphire. Okay. And we'll come back for some more of those too. Spiritual guidance or communication, financial abundance, malachite. Awesome. We've got malachite. Spiritual guidance or communication. Definitely the sapphire. Sapphire is also very connected to the angelic realm. So I would say that and Herkimer. Let's see if there's anything else we can bring in. Hey, Heart, good to see you. Let's bring in some blue kyanite. This can help with understanding the guidance as it comes in. also great for self-acceptance. But yeah, spiritual understanding. Also helps with certain neurological issues, especially if it's related to stroke. So when you get those messages, you will be able to understand them. And I'm also going to bring in chevron amethyst. Chevron amethyst, different from standard amethyst by these stripes that you might see within the specimens. If these specimens were bigger, you would notice that it goes in a chevron pattern. And that's thought to help bring our messages up to spirit and then bring spirit's messages back down. So it really helps with clairvoyance. It helps with spiritual awareness, tolerance of others, also any kind of visionary work or channeling, as well as manifesting. And it's also thought to help degenerative diseases. So we've got this. So I hope that that helps. Let's see. Let's place these here. And we're going to use the tarot card trick again. Awesome. Okay. So I hope that that helps. Good to see you, Jenny. Oh, you said the Johns. What kind of Johns? John. John is a Philadelphia word, and it means, it's like any noun plus. So any person, place, or thing that you don't have a specific word for, you can say them Johns. So crystals can be Johns. I can be a John. You can be a John. My mouse can be a John. The kitties can be Kitty Johns. So that's what it means. It's Jawn would be how it's spelled. I was wondering what Johns were. Oh, Johns. Intentions for kidneys, constipation, and father to feel better as he has the flu. Oh no. Let's do some moss agate. Great for infections of any kind through the body, whether it's bacterial, viral, what have you. Also great for connection to nature, which is really regenerative. Helpful for inner child work and higher self work as well. And staying very connected to spirit, feeling the presence of spirit near you. So all the best to your father for things like constipation. Let's do peridot. This helps the bowels, IBS, acid reflux, all of the things, all of the different digestive issues. And it's also great for breaking bad habits and shoring up those friendships and relationships with people that are the most meaningful to you, that are the ones who kind of help the best version of you come out. It's also thought to be helpful for losing weight as well as prosperity. So we'll bring in peridot. Let's put them around. There we go. And kidneys. Let's bring in some picture jasper. This is thought to support the kidney health. Picture jasper is also great for envisioning the future. It allows us to see the big picture and kind of dream big at the same time. It's wonderful for new ventures and adventures. So if you're striking off on like a big vacation, if you're starting a new business or anything like that, starting a new project, picture jasper is super helpful. It also helps for big moves and big travel, especially if you're coming in contact with or immersing yourself in new cultures. And yeah, great for seeing our future potential in a big way. So picture jasper and support for kidneys. Let's see. Oh my goodness, my poor sinuses. Oh goodness. Let's see. So I hope that helps. Let's see, did I get all of them? Yes. And all the best to your father too. I hope he's better soon. And you're welcome for the tarot for June. I'm glad you liked it. Oh, Samantha, yeah. Healing for your aunt and your dog and you and your family with COVID. Oh, moss agate definitely for that. We have some lung stuff in there. Dog, we have a leopard skin jasper. Let's also bring in some green kyanite, some more upper respiratory, throat, chest, heart, lung type love. Green kyanite is also very spiritual. It helps to balance our spiritual life with our mundane life if you feel like they're too separate and you want it to be a little bit more balanced. It helps with wisdom through intuition and connecting with the spirit elements of plants and nature, but great for upper respiratory. So green kyanite. Okay. And for your dog, leopard skin jasper. This is an exceptional stone for any kind of connection to your animals. So leopard skin jasper, well, we can see why it's called that. But yeah, anything having to do with animals and connection to our animal spirit guides as well. This is also helpful for attracting a romantic partner and anything that might be impacting your skin, like infections, wounds, things like that, rashes, etc., allergic rashes, and coordination and balance. So we'll bring that in. Okay. So glad to see you again. Lots of love and healing to you and your family. And for your aunt for heartbreak, also good. We've got some heartbreak stones in there. Romantic healing for you and mom and aunt. Yeah, definitely rhodonite. But let's also bring in some heart healing. Seems to be on the docket for tonight. Let's bring in some, let's see. Let's bring in some bloodstone. This is one of my favorite emotional first aid type stones, but it doesn't have to be for emotional first aid. It can be for run-of-the-mill heartache. It's great for lifting despair, a lot of self-doubt, which can come in at the end of a relationship. It helps to lift that. And gives kind of emotional perseverance to keep going through an emotionally challenging time. It also helps with quieting your mind during meditation too, if that's something that's helpful. And yeah, it's great at relieving that self-doubt. So it really helps you to find like peace and peace within yourself too while you're healing your heart center. So that is bloodstone, which also goes by the name heliotrope. Oh, you have psoriasis. Yeah, leopard skin jasper can be really helpful for that. My cats, as a lot of you know, were ringworm babies that I took care of as kittens, and I adopted their litter mate and I kept these two. But animal healing, also ringworm impacting the skin, I had a lot of leopard skin jasper hidden in the bathroom where they were quarantined while I was getting them better. So it really helped. Awesome. So I think we had just a couple more. Something for moving out stuck emotional energy, moving out sadness, and blue appetite. I'm glad that was helpful earlier. Definitely blue appetite's in there. Moving out stuck emotional energy. Lemurian quartz can be helpful, but we definitely have some other good stones too. Let's go ahead and bring in tourmalinated quartz. This helps to ground and release nervous energy too, but oh, hey, we have a kitty visiting us. Oh, it's a Hattie. Did you bring us some purrs? You brought us some purrs. You brought us purrs. How nice. Black tourmaline going through clear quartz, or in this case, green quartz. So black tourmaline helps to repel or dispel negative energy, and bringing it through clear quartz helps to break up energy. So really old, stuck stuff. Think like emotional scar tissue, also actual scar tissue on and in the body too. But it also helps with finding new sources of revenue, new jobs, passive income. Yeah, you want my attention? There you go. She heard me talking about her. Yeah. And it's also good for good fortune and good luck. But yeah, even patterns from childhood, this can really help break them up. And being that this is going through green quartz, it's especially aligned for emotional work. So let's go ahead and put a piece there. Yeah, you purring for us. Thank you. She's like, where's the Reiki? Releasing negativity, fast money, and knee pain. We've got howlite and we've got lapis. Fast money, we have red, tiger eye, and we've got all the money stones. Definitely releasing negativity. Sorry, cat butt in my face. Yeah. Yeah. Zoisite is really helpful for releasing negativity, as well as a lot of the stones we have, particularly tourmalinated quartz. Yeah, zoisite can really help with releasing negativity and also with dealing with obstacles that are in our way. So including like the little obstacles, which can add up and have lots of little obstacles, or one big one. It helps us to face them, and so that we don't get held back by them. And it's also great for connecting with nature. So yeah, and thought to be helpful for fertility. So we will go ahead and bring in zoisite. Oh, we all hear the purrs. Yeah, you brought purrs for us. How cute. Yeah, you brought us some purrs. Thank you. She's just sitting here purring, making air biscuits. Yeah. Air biscuit. Air biscuits. Cool. Okay, so I think I got everything. So let's go ahead and I've got a pretty full house. So let's do, yeah, I'm going to grab a couple of stones and I'm going to have y'all vote on which one you want me to add. Yay! We haven't been able to do this for a while and we can do it today. So I'm just going to take a peek, see what kind of fits the vibe of the grid. Y'all will vote on those. I'll explain what Reiki is and then we're going to get into the healing. So let's see. What speaks to me? So I'm feeling... We know how this works. You're not limited to just one vote. Take a peek in the chat if you want to see what I mean. Hintity hint, hint, hint. So I am feeling super angelic right now. So this is what we're getting. This one came up that it wanted to be in the grid earlier. So one is Angelite. And as the name would suggest, this helps with connection to our angels and our spirit guides, hearing their guidance, feeling their presence, feeling connected to them. Also helps with protection, and it can enhance our experience while receiving sound healing too. So that's Angelite. And Celestite, which is actually what Angelite turns into under the right circumstances under the surface of the earth. This helps us to connect with not only our angels, but also higher wisdom of all types and varieties. It helps with discerning thoughts from fears, because sometimes that can be a little challenging. And also with all manners of physical pain too. So that is Celestite. So go ahead and put a vote in the chat for Angelite or Celestite or this other word that starts with B and there's 4 letters and everyone else is putting it in there. I'm going to quickly explain what Reiki is, a little of how it works, how to get the most out of the session, and then we're going to get right into the healing. So thanks again for being here. As I mentioned at the top of the stream, my name's Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. And if you want to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, one-on-one distance sessions and tarot readings, or to shop my crystal collection, go ahead and visit learnreikiphiladelphia.com or check the links in the description. I am here 5 times a week, same days, same times, and I put up new tarot readings for all 12 signs every month. And if you want to make sure that you don't miss an opportunity, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the notification bell so that we can go ahead and make sure that you're here when you need to be. So what is Reiki? Well, Reiki has become kind of like a catch-all term for energy healing, but specifically the type of energy that I work with and the style of Reiki I work with is known as Usui Reiki. And this method is named after its founder who created it in the early 1920s in Japan. It is deeply spiritual, but it is absolutely secular, which it needed to be for certain social and government rules and regulations at that time. But it actually, I think it's a big part of why it resonates with us in the West so much. But what the energy is and the concept of that at the very foundation of Usui Reiki is best seen by looking at Shintoism, the indigenous spirituality of Japan, in which everyone and everything has a soul, and all souls are interlinked and interconnected. It's thought that spirit, however you define it to be, sends this life-sustaining energy through to everyone, and that life-sustaining energy, or spiritually guided life energy, which is what Reiki translates to, is basically flowing through me and you and everyone and everything everywhere all the time. And essentially using Usui's techniques, what I'll be doing tonight is connecting to that energy source and directing more of it to you, wherever you happen to be, for any healing intentions that you happen to have. Because your body, mind, and spirit are already working with these energies, they know exactly how to use it to your greatest good. And even if we're not aware of it or we're new to it, as most of us are, it doesn't mean that our body's not already working with it. Just like how we're mostly made of water and we need water to get through the most basic human functions. And we drink it all day long, yet we don't have to focus on where it goes or what it does. It just happens automatically. Very similar with Reiki, in that our body, mind, and spirit know what to do with it and help support our greater balance. So today, when I send this Reiki to you using Usui's techniques, you don't have to do anything. I would suggest getting comfortable. So laying down, sitting up, whatever works for you. Just go ahead and relax and have an open heart and you will receive some Reiki. If you want to, you don't have to stay still. You can stretch, bend, do some yoga, journal, whatever fills your heart with joy. This session is for you. So go ahead and enjoy it as you see fit. As I send, I will turn up the music. You'll be able to, if you want to learn more about our musical creator, check out the bottom of the description where you can learn more about her and see her YouTube channel. I will also turn down the lights. They will move slowly and gently through several different colors, but at no point will they flash or strobe. And I will send for 25 minutes. At the end, you'll hear my voice come in, invite you to take a deep breath in and out, and then I'll reopen the chat and happily hold space for any questions you might have. So thank you so much for being here. If you're watching this on the replay, the Reiki is available whenever you find this video because we're all interconnected. So whenever you find this video, if you're enjoying it, absolutely awesome. Feel free to leave a comment and say hello. For those of you who are here live, if you ever feel like you need a session and I'm not live, go ahead over to our past healing live streams playlist and enjoy any of our past healings. You can see them and pick them by the picture on the thumbnail and go ahead and have a session anytime you want. But I am here 5 times a week, so go ahead and click that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss an opportunity. If you're finding this video helpful so far, please go ahead and hit that like button. Really helps me out. And yeah, let's go ahead, get into that healing and see what won that vote too. Hey, we're voting for both. Yuppity yuppity yup. We are voting for both. So let's go ahead and put some celestite around. And Angelite. Oh, that looks really pretty. I'm also going to put these in here. And this raw piece of Angelite, I'm going to put just at the foot of the grid. Awesome. Thank you everyone so much for helping me build this beautiful grid. I deeply appreciate all of you. The communal chi is absolutely a thing. Communal chi is one of the tenets we have that it's actually based on an ancient Chinese understanding of the way that when more than a couple of people or even just like 3 or 4 people come together with the same or similar intention, the greater the potential of that energy is magnified. So thank you for being a part of that. Thank you for being here. Enjoy your session. I will send for 25 minutes and then I will bring you back. Enjoy your session and I will see you in 25. I invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly come back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And when you're ready, you can come back to the chat and ask any questions that you have. Thank you all so much for being here. It's an honor and a pleasure as always. Of course, I'll be back next on Sunday at 8 p.m. Same starting time as this, all times East Coast US. And so much gratitude for all of you. Oh, thank you, Chris. Lots of love to you. I hope you have a beautiful weekend. You're so welcome, Martha. It's good to see you. Have a beautiful weekend. You're welcome, Jenny. Happy birthday, and I'll see you Tuesday. And Heart, I hope you have a good night too. Thank you for being so supportive of me with lungs and, wildness. Yeah, Jenny, absolutely. I agree with Heart. Have some fun on your birthday. Yes, everyone have a beautiful weekend. Awesome. If you're not subscribed already, definitely recommend you do so. I'm here 5 times a week, same days, same times. And now that I've hit 1,000 subscribers, I am working on some pretty big, amazing upgrades for the channel for all of you. You're welcome, Sam. All the best to your family and your dog, and you. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and bring the stream to a close. Remember to take care of your lungs, even though for those of you in the Northeast, even though it looks better and smells better outside, there's still a lot of stuff in the air, so listen to your body. Yeah, Samantha, I agree with Heart. I hope your dad gets better soon. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. Thank you all so much. I hope to see you again soon. Take care and bye for now.